Hey, how's it going YouTube? Jacob here, and today we'll be building Amazon price tracker. I know that there's already a couple of videos about this project, but what Amazon constantly does is they change their code, okay? They literally change their HTML code, and it's literally almost impossible to scrape them right now. So what I did is I first checked already the existing projects on YouTube, on GitHub, on different forums, on Medium, and they didn't work. They didn't work for me, so I decided to still find a solution to it, and I actually made it working. So let me show you this. But first of all, let me talk to you about the whole idea of the project, right? So what we'll be building. So what we'll be building, it will be a scraper, a web scraper, built in Python, which will go and find for us the best product. All right, so basically the product which we are interested and which the price is the closest to the one we are looking for, and then we will store this product. Actually, we'll store all of the products in a literally the JSON file, and the current steps in the future will be to actually check those products once again if there are like any discount. But this will be in another video. In this video we'll focus mostly on gathering the data about different products from Amazon and store all of the information about them in a file. Let's do it. Alright guys, so let me first show you the actual result of our application. First we're going to check the actual settings of our script. So let me go and list, sorry, not here. Let me go to the main file, main directory. We got a couple of files, and one of the files was Amazon config, all right? And here are the parameters which are easy to change for our script. So we'll be looking for a PS4, and there are the filters. So there's a minimum price and a maximum price, and the base URL is Amazon.de. So we are interested in all of the PlayStation 4s in Germany. All right, so let me run the script. Python free simple tracker.py, boom. And what it does, it actually pop up the new window on the left, and it used the Selenium automation framework. So basically, before, as I said before, I was trying to use requests, but I wasn't able to do that. The Amazon is constantly changing their HTML. I will show you just in a moment. And I had to use the automation software to retrieve this data, and it works perfectly. Actually, maybe it's a little bit slower, but speed is not a problem in this case, because we can change it using, for example, threads or something like this in a Python. And also what we can do is, right now I'm doing this obviously for video purposes, so I'm actually running the actual browser, but we can hide it, so everything is would be done in the background. So as we can see, our script is getting the data from Amazon. It's getting all of the PlayStation 4s with the selected filters. And what I found is whenever you say, for example in this case, whenever you say that Amazon like minimum is 270, and if there's a discount and let's say the new item costs 200, it will still show up in the result bar. But yeah, let me show you the actual report out of it. Okay, so let me go here, go to PS4, let me format the code. Yeah, and this is our report from our list. So this is the potentially the best item from our finder. Let me actually open the browser. Okay, paste it, boom. And yeah, so basically the script is not perfect, because we would obviously have to put more parameters to differentiate the actual PlayStation 4 than, for example, headsets like here, right? Its name consists the PS4 inside, so this is why we found it. But that's not the problem, because we have a list of all of the other products, and what we can do is we can go even further, and we can literally create another script which will be monitoring those prices, because we have the ASIN, which is the unique ID of the product, of the more like the unique ID of the actual website with the product from the seller. Okay, we got a seller info, title, and URL, and actual price. Alright guys, so let's build it from scratch right now. Yo, right guys, so let's start building this from scratch. First of all, we'll be building a virtual environment. So in my case, command python 3 minus mv and venv. So the venv is the actual name of the virtual environment. Okay, now we'll be activating it, and we'll be creating the whole thing in a PyCharm. So let me run it. Okay, so here is our PyCharm. We gotta create some file. For example, file will be Amazon config.py. Then we have Amazon simple tracker.py. Okay, so we got those two files. Let's open them in a. And what we'll be doing is we'll be also having the special directory called reports. So first of all, let's go to Amazon config and let's create our configuration very quickly. So first of all, we'll be importing the WebDriver from Selenium, but yeah, we don't have it, and we have to configure our Python interpreter very quickly in the PyCharm. It's not a problem at all. Let's just use a new one here, interpreter. As you can see, PyCharm found it automatically. Apply, boom, okay. Yeah, so from Selenium, which we don't have yet, import WebDriver. We're going to install Selenium with the pip. Okay, we can upgrade it. But we don't have to. And what we're gonna do is actually we need a WebDriver, so we have to go to the browser. We have to download it from the Selenium. I'll provide you with the link below. Alright, so as you can see here, I have my Chrome driver. All you have to do is you have to go to Google and download it for your own purpose. Okay. Oh, I see that there's a spelling mistake here. Okay, so we're going to create a variable directory called reports, which is the name of our directory reports, name of the product. In our case, it can be PS4. And now what we have to do, we have to create a couple of the settings for actual WebDriver. So it will allow us to, for example, run it in the incognito mode, run it without actually running the browser. If you will be doing it in a production mode, we can ignore all of the certificates errors. Yeah, so let me do it very quickly. So first of all, let's get actual WebDriver. So let's create a command for it. Alright, so yeah, here right now let's just build our tracker from scratch. So we'll need a couple of things before. So first of all, we'll be importing the library called time. We can actually put it on a full screen. We have to import the keys to actually simulate the actual typing inside the search bar to invoke the JavaScript on the Amazon website. So first of all, let's create a class called Amazon API, okay? And this class, it will be actually for all of our logic inside the Amazon website. And then we'll create another class on top of this, like this, called generate report. Okay, we can do it like this. Same. So those will be our two classes, and then at the bottom we do. And I will be doing our script executable, all right? So you can run it from here. So first, let's set up our Amazon API parameters. So what we'll need for sure will be search term, filters, base URL, and currency. So we are passing all of the options to the actual WebDriver in here. let's create the driver variable, and let's use it as a get Chrome web driver, and let's pass all of the options inside. And let me show you the price filters in Amazon. Alright guys, so we type PS4, here are the results, and as you can see, for example, here there are like some games which we are not interested in, and we're going to use filters. So basically we have to go here and add additional parameter. So I figured out that if we do this trick, all right, it will actually filter our results. So as you can see, it filters with this range. So this is what we are looking for, and this is the code. It actually uses the decimal numbers multiplied by 100. So alright, so those are our basic arguments in the init function. Let's jump to the actual code. So let's jump to run, the run self. So this will be our script, alright, which will be running it. So first of all, let's say print, and we'll be looking like starting script. So we have to log all of the information to the console. Yeah, and that will be like the rest of the logic for now. So the first thing which we'll be working on will be getting the actual links. Okay, so let's create the function right now called get products links. And what this function does is go to Amazon, right, like this. We'll be typing PS4 here, and we'll be getting all of those links one by one, with of course filtered prices. Okay, so let me show you what it does for now. So turn on the browser and goes to Amazon like that, right? And now we have to put the actual information here. And in order to do that, we have to locate this element using Selenium. So we go to here, click inspect in the developer tools, and we have to get it by probably by ID, but let me check it out very quickly. So we do inspect, and as you can see here, the ID is two tab search text box, and we're going to locate it in a Selenium. And let's do a sleep so the page will load. So let me show you what it does right now, okay? Because in this point it's super interesting. It gets super interested how the automation works. So it goes here, it locates the element, put the PS4 and it types enter, boom. So in this case we have the website with all of the project, with all of the, but it's not filtered yet. We have to also filter it, and we'll be filtering it right now. So we'll be here, and we'll be actually getting the, like, we'll be putting the actual additional parameter to this URL, and we'll be refreshing it, all right? And what we're going to do in this case is we have to find elements, all right? We have to find the links. So let's once again check the Amazon website structure. Okay, so we are interested in this column here, but I'm pretty sure that you can grab even the one here. But what I'll be doing is I'll be grabbing this one, so as result list, because as you can see, all of those products are actually taken here, right? And then we'll be iterating one by one, as you can see, like this, right? And I'll be grabbing the link from them. And let's do result list. And now let's iterate over those links. So let's actually try to get them, and if something goes wrong, we won't stop our script, we continue. So we can do here something logic then except. What we're going to do right now is think about how we can get this single link from actual blog. So when we investigate it even deeper, all right, we want to click on actual title and get link from this. So in this case, our links should work. Let's give it a try. So let's print the links in here. All right. So let's start our script once again. Here it's not elements, so that's the main problem. All right. Let's do it once again. Okay, this is our URL, and yeah, we got all of the links as expected to the product, so we can just quickly check it out. Yeah, this is our product. Cool. So right now what we want to do is we want to actually iterate over the links and get the info about actual product. This, and we'll be creating the new function called get products info. All right, so we'll be providing it with the links already. And let's do it. Let's create it. So we'll be iterating over the links. So let's say we'll be getting all of the asins. So asin is, as I said before, the individual like ID of the actual product on a website. So we do self get asins, and we'll be getting them from the links first, and we of course extracting them. So let's extract the asin very quickly. It's super easy. If we click on this link, we can actually see that the asin is actually here. Okay, so this is the actual unique ID which we'll be looking for. And in the end, let's do return products. All right, so now let's implement this method to get a single information about current product. Displaying information about that, and we'll be shortening our link. So in this case, we need another function called shorten the link. So we'll be making our link from the freaking disaster, which looks like this, to the actual pretty good one. All right, so let me show you what I mean by that. So when we click on the link like this, we can actually shorten it after the actual asin, and boom, as you can see, the link is pretty. So we'll be doing it. But in our case, we can even shorten it more. So we don't need even the category. We'll just add like, let me show you what I mean. So in a code, you will see it beautiful. And now what we want to do is we want to go over this website and check if this works. So what we're gonna do is we're going to use our driver with the get method, f-string as we did before, and then we do product shorten URL, and we'll be providing with the additional URL argument, language, and we're doing it in English. So basically when we iterate over the Amazon DE, which is German, Amazon will be still using the English language, right? So in this case, what we want to do is we can test it, all right? We can put the slip for 2 seconds. We can return like some dump data, like something like literally nothing, and see how our browser behaves if it actually iterates over the product. So if we didn't make any mistakes, then it should work. But of course, obviously, it never works from the first time. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, I know what I did wrong. So basically, this thing is good, but we need to like create an additional function very quickly, which is like super easy. Just get async, and this will be the function in which we'll be doing the quick list comprehension. Nothing special. Like this, all right? And now we are good. All right, guys, so once again, let's start this freaking function. I mean the script. Okay. So PS4. And it's going to iterate over those products. And it's working. Cool. It's working. As you can see, it's iterating over the new product. Now we'll be getting the actual details from each product. All right, so let me also put this function above this one. And now it's good. All right, so now we have three functions, and now we have to define them very quickly. So let me show you very quickly how we do it. So we go on a product, and what we want is a price, name, and the seller. All right, so we can just locate all of those elements one by one. So in this case, we do inspect. And we'll be locating them by ID. So this one is product title, so let's do it. All right, and now we have to get actual price as well, and the price is actually tricky, okay? And I will show you why. I had some troubles with the price, and obviously the reason is, so for example, we can have a price here, right? And we can get it. It's not a problem. I mean, we have to still convert it, but it's not a problem. But let me show you some other product, okay? I'm not sure which one is it. Oh, no, okay, so this one works, so. Okay, for example, this one, okay? It's in German, but it doesn't matter, okay? So there's, for example, this text, which is, I believe, available, and it's not the price anymore. And in this case, the price is here, right? In the bottom. And we want to get actually this one, the price from a new product. So let me show you how I managed to work around this. All right, guys, so let's create this functionality with the price, which is actually weird, but let's do it. So first of all, let's assign it to none. All right, so the price is price block out price. So let's create a function convert price. Okay, so in this case we have our price, and obviously we want to return it. But as I showed you before, there might be some exceptions, right? So we do except, and in this case, there's no such element exception, and this is the case when there's like the other price under one, all right? So there's like the text, like item is available, but there's no price, and we have to find the price below it. Right, so in this case, there's this available from, right? And we are not interested in this, but we wanna check if this text is actually here, so we know that the item is available, and then we are looking for this text, right? So we also looking from it. Let's take a look very quickly. As you can see, it's alt padding right. All right, and we are taking it as well. So it's pretty good. We got the price, we got the seller, we got the title, so we have all of the information about our product, which is super cool. Right, then we quit our driver and return our product. So let's check it out. So let's do data, and then what we can do is actually we can print something and we can debug it, in this case here. So let's do it. I'll show you something cool. So it's looking for PS4 projects. It got URLs and it's gathering the data from actual projects. So let's skip it very quickly. Here we didn't find a project, but it's fine. I mean, we didn't find the info, but it catches the error and goes further. All right, so let's see the debug tools. What we got. All right, when we iterate in the data, as you can see, we got all of the information about each product, which is super cool. Right, and now what we want to do is we actually want to save it to the JSON file so we can have it some kind of like a report. All right, it will look like a report. So that's the thing. So here is our class generate report. Best item, and in this case we have to actually create a function to define best item. So let me do it very quickly. And then there's all the data which we actually defined here, right? So let me create the get best item function very quickly right now. So what we want to do is we want to try obviously to get the best item. How we can do it in a very simple way, so we can sort it, so sort the data with the key and then of the lambda key, the k, and the k will be the actual the price. All right, so we'll be filtering for the price, so from the lowest to the highest, and I think there's some problem. It should be fine, and of course this will be the best item. The cheapest item will be the best item from our report, and then here we can just copy the previous text, so except report file, and then hopefully print it. Done. Alright guys, so we got everything. I hope it works, and let's start. Let's run it, guys. Let's run it, and obviously we have to create the generate data. We have to invoke the init function in this class. All right, so let's check it out. So as you can see, it generated the report for us, so it works, and I hope it will work in your case, in your computer. Yeah guys, I'm super excited that it works. As I said, this method works perfectly, and you can even create, use more functions. So for example, this function here will run everything in the background without actually running the browser on the left, as you can see in my screen. And what you can do, you can speed it up, you can add proxies, so you want to be trackable from the Amazon, you can add threads or async methods, so it will be asynchronic, and you can, for example, run like 100 of those scrapers at the same time. But as I said, then you have to use proxies. You can run it in a cloud, and then you can generate a huge reports, and you can improve it. So it will have more functionality. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Smash this like button, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments what do you think, and see you next time.